Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your Lunar Cycle Insight video for the Lunar Cycle beginning with the new moon partial solar eclipse in Cancer on the 13th of July and culminating with the dark moon in Leo on the 11th of August. So this is a potent time of transformation for all of us as we move through the eclipse tunnel and we deal with multiple retrogrades and we move into the most spiritually accelerated period of the year with the Lion's Gate opening. So this video is designed to talk you through these energies and how they manifest in your birth chart, how you can best work with them and flow with them to create alchemy in your life, and so that you can more deeply understand the processes that may be unfolding for you. So we begin this month with this Cancer eclipse in your 7th house, in your opposite sign of Cancer. And this is really significant for you, Capricorn, because this November the nodes are going to shift signs and they're going to fall on the Capricorn Cancer axis. So we will have around 2 years of eclipses in your sign and in your opposite sign. And this first eclipse in Cancer, which is happening now, gives us a little taste of what you can expect when that eclipse cycle shifts towards you over the coming years. So when we have eclipses falling on our 1st and 7th house axis, we know that there is going to be a lot of work to be done around how we balance our own needs with the needs of others. This is the self versus other axis, Aries and Libra, me, myself, and I, and me and the other, relationship as mirror. So this eclipse is going to fall in that 7th house for you, and for you, Capricorn, it could highlight some of the areas where you don't feel emotionally met, where you don't feel emotionally supported. It can highlight your deep desire for love and connection with other people. We know that Capricorn can tend to be focused on work, on achievement, on building. You know, Capricorn, you are the cosmic architect. You are the one that builds the foundations, the structures that the rest of us depend upon. You are the one that takes responsibility, that takes action, that takes your duties and obligations so seriously. And you know, you are the sign that kind of grows up old. You are the sign that grows up with that sense of maturity, and you can often be the one that takes care of others, you know, takes on the practical burdens of others as well as the emotional burdens. So for your 7th house to be activated, in your 7th house is this sensitive sign of Cancer. You can really start to look at where you need to receive nurturing and nourishment in your life, where you need to open your heart to allow others in to support you as you would support them. And this is an energy that can take us back to childhood, that can take us back to look at all of the love and support that we didn't receive as children and how we can give that to ourselves in the now. It can also shake our sense of stability, our sense of security. This is a time to ask how safe you feel in your relationships, how safe you feel to open your heart, Capricorn. So it's a hugely emotional time for you. It's a time of deep introspection and recognizing the walls and defenses that you build, and also where you are overgiving of your time, energy, and resources, both emotionally and practically. So as this moon rises, it will form a grand trine with Jupiter in Scorpio, who is newly direct in your 11th house, and Neptune in Pisces in your 3rd house. So these are all houses where we communicate, where we connect with other people, where we connect with our social circles, our spiritual circles, where we connect with those who can support us on our individual purpose. So you may find that new people are drawn into your life. You may find that you feel more open to express yourself during this period. You may find that movement towards your goals and visions receives support from other people, especially as an earth trine will also be forming from your sign to Venus in Virgo and Uranus in Taurus, lighting up your 1st, 9th and 5th houses of expression, of creativity and knowledge. So this is the time when you can really start to ground your new inspirations. This is a time when you can really start to think about grounding all of those projects that you've been working on since Saturn entered your sign. It's a nice energy for you, Capricorn being the cardinal earth sign. So as I've said with this eclipse, that things will be released, but new things will also flow in. Eclipses are that energy of fate and destiny. We never quite know what's going to happen or where we're going to go, where we're going to end up. So the deep work will continue for you during this period, Capricorn, as Leo enters your as the sun enters Leo in your 8th house on the 22nd of July. And whereas the 7th house deals with relationship, with romance, with connection, the 8th house deals with soul bonds. It's the Scorpio house. It deals with intimacy, intimate connections, fears around what it means to be vulnerable and open. And Leo is the energy of self-expression. So there could be an essence here of needing to express your emotions. This is a transit, particularly with Mercury also going retrograde here from the 26th of July to the 19th of August. This can be a time when you feel like you really need to speak up, to express the fears, the psychological blockages and barriers, the fears around intimate connection with other people, and allow yourself to be really heard and received and supported. This can be a time when a lot of memories of old wounding, old pain, old trauma can come up from the past. This is a time when we are, opening Pandora's box and looking at what is inside our secret heart and really facing it and integrating it and working with it. It can be a time of soul retrieval, of reconnection to your deepest desire, reconnection to your body, to your sensuality, to your sexuality, Capricorn. So this is a time to not be afraid of looking at the shadows, to not be afraid of being vulnerable, to not be afraid of speaking your truth, allowing yourself to be looked after, to be cared for by others, by the cosmos, because we know that some of you, you can be a little controlling. You do like to do things yourself. You do like to take action and to take charge. So this can be a time when you need to step back and go within and turn to others. On the 27th of July, we have the biggest eclipse of the cycle, the Aquarius full blood moon eclipse, conjunct to Mars, conjunct to the South Node, a time of incredible release and liberation, an electrifying time for us all, Capricorn. And for you, this energy is particularly focused around your 2nd house. So this is the second 8th house axis that will be illuminated. So this can be how we share our intimate energy, how we share our resources with other people, what's mine, what's yours. And it's also a house, as well as being connected to financial prosperity, resources. It's the things that we value, and most of all, it's how we value ourselves, how we love ourselves. This is another Venus ruled space of the birth chart. This is, do I love myself enough to receive adequate compensation for the time and energy that I am giving out, that I am expending here? Am I feeling worthy of receiving? And for some of you, this could be an energy that has quite an impact on your finances. Perhaps you need to let go of some beliefs around lack, around scarcity. Some of the fear that you have around finances could start to arise at this time, Capricorn, but it's only to highlight, where you are holding yourself back, where you are undervaluing, where you are not recognizing the gifts that you have been given and the gift that you are, Capricorn. So it's a time of alchemy. The 8th house is very much about that alchemy, that transmutation, that shedding. It's the house of death and rebirth, where we die to the old self and we allow ourselves to be reborn. So this is a potent time for you. So after that second eclipse, that big eclipse, on the 6th of August, Venus moves into your 10th house. And this again is a space of your birth chart related to career. It's the house that Capricorn and Saturn traditionally rule over. So this can be a time when you're feeling supported in your dreams, perhaps by your romantic partner, perhaps by your friends. You can attract opportunities, you can attract some financial support. So perhaps all the inner work you've been doing, clearing out those negative beliefs, starts to pay off. And obviously we've got Jupiter directing that 11th house of purpose as well. So things can also start manifesting as other things fall away. And we end the month on the 11th of August with the final eclipse of this cycle in Leo, again in your 12th house. Mercury is still retrograde here at this point, and this can be a time of greater clarity around the journey that you've been on during eclipse season. It can be a time of renewing your connection to others, your connection to yourself, your connection to your own desires, but it can also be a magnifier. So again, we're looking at that paradoxical energy of stuff coming up to be released as new beginnings start to flow in around this time for you, Capricorn. So you've got a huge journey ahead of you this month that will call you to look at some very intimate and hidden parts of yourself and parts of your chart. I've pulled a card for you, and it's really beautiful one. Feels very connected with Jupiter in your 11th house of friendship, and it is divine sisterhood, community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of light. So this is echoing that message, reach out for your soul tribe, call out for those souls who do align with the vision of where you want to be and who you are coming to be. This can be a time when new friendships come into your life. This can be a time when you rediscover yourself through your spiritual circles, through the groups and communities that you're part of online and in person, Capricorn. So I hope that this video has served you and will serve you throughout this eclipse cycle. If you would like to connect with me any further, you can check the links for my Facebook group and page underneath this video. I'm sending you so much love, Capricorn, and wishing you a beautiful eclipse cycle.